Velkommen, my solo-souled wanderers. You're not just landing in Denmark, you're stepping into a fairy tale with Wi-Fi. Where Vikings once ruled, bicycles now glide, and joy is measured in quiet comforts. Today, we drift through leafy cobblestone cities, surf secret shores, nibble edible art, and uncover the hidden hygge no one tells you about. Stick around till the end. I'm serving up travel hacks that'll save your crown and your kroner. Let's wander. Welcome to Copenhagen, where minimalism wears lipstick and bikes outnumber cars like dreams outnumber sleep. This capital is a living Pinterest board. Pastel townhouses, canals reflecting clouds, and cafes where the coffee comes with jazz and existential joy. Begin at Nyhavn, the postcard harbor painted in every color Crayola wishes it invented. But go early. By noon, it's Selfie Stick City. Then roll your bike down to Christiansborg Palace. Inside, government meetings. But the tower? Oh, the tower. 360-degree views that punch you in the awe. Free, fabulous, feels like floating. History buffs, don't skip Rosenborg Castle, home to royal jewels and Renaissance drama. And if you're craving a twist, Freetown Christiania awaits. Danish counterculture in all its graffiti-splashed, semi-legal glory. Respect the locals, and you'll glimpse a side of Denmark that's wonderfully weird. Copenhagen whispers you can be elegant and rebellious all at once. And it means it. Aarhus, the second city, but the first in cool confidence. It doesn't beg for attention, it earns it with quiet rebellion and rainbow rings. Start at the Aarhus Art Museum, where the rooftop walkway, your rainbow panorama, lets you see the city through tinted emotion. Red for rage, blue for melancholy, green for awe. Then time travel without the jet lag at the Den Gamle By, the Old Town. It's an open-air museum where you stroll past shops from 1927 and houses from 1864, chatting with actors who never break character. It's a Wes Anderson film in real life, but the soul of Aarhus lives in its street corners. Indie coffee joints, quiet canals, and people who'll lend you a bike and a book with the same smile. This is Denmark with paint under its nails and a playlist full of deep cuts. It's not loud, it's profound. Odense is where Hans Christian Andersen learned to dream, and so will you. Walk through this cobblestone cradle of storytelling where lamplight meets ivy and every building looks like it's keeping a secret. The Hans Christian Andersen Museum is more than a museum. It's a portal into imagination, but the real magic? It's outside. Statues of Andersen's characters peek around corners. The Little Mermaid, the Ugly Duckling. Odense whispers old tales with modern kindness. Munke Mose Park is for lazy riverside afternoons, and Brandt's Clay to Fabric is a former textile mill turned culture hub. Fashion, art, and film stitched into one beautiful patchwork. Stay until twilight. The streets go still, the air thick with candle wax and whispers, and you'll swear Andersen is still here, scribbling a new fairy tale just for you. Bornholm, the Baltic's best-kept secret and Denmark's Boho soul, a sun-kissed island where time slows, light lingers, and every stone has a story. Rent a bike, and the whole coastline becomes yours. Hammershoes Castle, the largest medieval ruin in Scandinavia, perches on a cliff like it's brooding over centuries past. Wind sings through its cracks, whispering tales of kings and crusaders. Bornholm's villages like Svaneke and Gudhjem are hand-carved by nature and artists. Cobblestone lanes with smokehouses, artisan chocolate, and glass-blowing studios that look like they belong in fairy tales, or at least high-end Etsy shops. And then the beaches. Duarte sands are so fine, they were once used in hourglasses. Sunsets bleed lavender and rose across the sky like watercolors gone wild. Bornholm isn't trying to impress you. It just does, effortlessly, soulfully. At Denmark's northernmost tip, where two seas dance but never marry, sits Skagen, the light-drenched land of artists, sailors, and wind-whipped wanderers. Here, the Kattegat and Skagerrak seas meet in a ghostly embrace. Stand at Gretting Point, 1 foot in each sea, and feel the tug of opposites, calm and wild, past and present. Skagen was once a sleepy fishing village until 19th century painters came and declared the light divine. Today, Skagen's museum houses masterpieces born from that glow. Don't miss Råbjerg Mile, a migrating sand dune that looks like it drifted out of the Sahara and forgot to leave. It moves 15 meters every year, just like your plans after arriving here. Skagen is soul therapy wrapped in salt air. The skies stretch forever, the waves whisper forgiveness, and the light, it shows you things you didn't know you needed to see. So here's the deal, darling. Denmark is polished and poised, but even the most pristine places have potholes, social, cultural, and financial. Twitterstrap alert, that overpriced cheese platter in Nihov, cute, but you're paying triple for the view and a napkin that says Huga. Instead, grab a smørrebrød, open-faced sandwich magic from a bakery or deli like Aman's and picnic in King's Garden like the locals do. Transport tip, biking is the national language, but don't rent near tourist zones. It's marked up like your last online impulse buy. Try City Bikes or Donkey Republic apps instead. Cheap, chic, and oh so Danish. Ferry hack, headed to Bornholm or other islands? Booking ferries early saves krona and headaches. Trust me, last-minute rides will test your inner Viking. Cash caution, Denmark is almost cashless. That antique shop in Odense won't take your euros, and the street food stall wants your tap, not your coins. Being a card with no foreign fees, or risk heartbreak over a cinnamon bun you can't pay for. Dress tip, layers, always layers. Danish weather shifts faster than moods in a Shakespeare play. Travel smart, wander wide, and leave room for the unexpected. It's Denmark after all. Even the alleyways smell like poetry. Let's set the table, shall we? In Denmark, food isn't just fuel, it's folklore served on rye. Start with smørrebrød, the open-faced royalty of the Danish table. Think buttered rye topped with curried herring, crispy onions, pickled everything, and a fried egg crowned like a Norse god's breakfast. It's not a sandwich, it's a composition. And the rule? Fork and knife, please. This is civilization. Next up, frikadeller. Denmark's beloved meatballs, not round, but pan-fried little ovals of spiced pork joy. Pair them with potatoes and gravy, and suddenly you're 10 generations deep in Danish comfort. Steg blessed med persillesovs. Say it 3 times fast and win a Dane's respect. It's crispy pork with parsley sauce, and it's the national dish for good reason. Think crackling bites of heaven dipped in creamy green nostalgia. Let's talk drinks. You haven't lived till you've thrown back a shot of snaps, an herbal spirit so strong it could straighten your posture. Sipped slowly or bravely downed during traditional lunches, it warms more than just your throat. Trust me, you'll feel it in your ancestors. But don't skip kaffe og kage, coffee and cake. Danes do pause better than anyone. A cardamom bun at a Copenhagen cafe? That's a sacred rite. Try kanelsnegl, the cinnamon swirl of your pastry dreams, and wash it down with the kind of coffee that whispers cancel your plans. Bonus sip, craft beer culture is thriving here. Hit Mikkeller or 2 Old Bars for brews that taste like the future wrapped in amber glass. Smooth IPAs, sour ales, and beers so experimental they might be plotting a PhD. In Denmark, every bite is a slow dance between tradition and trend. So pull up a chair, unfold your napkin, and eat like the world is watching. Because in this culinary corner of the North, it is. Let's slip off the tourist treadmill and find the Danish soul where it actually breathes. Quietly, beautifully, and totally off script. Aarhus Harbor Babs. Imagine a modern, floating sculpture that decided to moonlight as a public swimming pool. Designed by big architects because, of course, this seaside wonder is where locals do cannonballs beside architectural students sketching sunsets. Free to enter, priceless in vibe. Pro tip: visit at golden hour and take the most aesthetic slow walk of your life. Bonus points if you're holding an ice cream you won't finish. Next, the Mosgard Museum, where history puts on a sleek black turtleneck. It's not just a museum, it's a grassy hill, a time machine, and a Danish design thesis rolled into one. Touch Viking armor, gas at ancient bog bodies, lay on the roof and contemplate your fleeting existence under the Danish sky. Existential crisis? Optional. Awe? Absolutely. Guaranteed. Craving a little Valhalla fantasy? Swing by Reed Viking Center. This isn't cosplay, it's cultural resurrection. Forge iron, bake flatbread, or get schooled in axe throwing by someone who looks suspiciously like they've actually raided a monastery. Kids? Enthralled. Adults? Secretly planning their Viking alter ego. Presto, and yes, Denmark has surf, and it's cooler than you think. Welcome to cold Hawaii, aka Cuitmiller, where the North Sea rolls like a Norse lullaby and Windward's hair is basically a badge of honor. No flashy resorts, just salt, soul, and surfers in black wetsuits chasing solitude between the waves. You just might hear Hans Christian Andersen's ghost whispering a bedtime story to the wind. It's not a place, it's a mood, one you'll want to bottle and carry with you. Denmark is slow magic. Quiet as a kitchen clock, steady as candlelight on a rainy sill. It doesn't beg to be seen, it invites you to notice. A bike bell in the distance, fresh rye on the windowsill, and a hostel bed creaking beneath your dreams and scribbled postcards. This isn't just a destination, it's a gentle rebellion against the rush, a place that teaches you, breathe deeper, wander softer, stay wildly curious. If this tale tugged at your compass, go ahead, tap like. Hit subscribe and drop your favorite Danish delight in the comments. I read them all, trust me. And next, we're heading north to Sweden, land of cinnamon buns, island-hopping daydreams, and design so crisp it could slice through your existential dread. Travel solo, travel soulfully, travel truthfully. Namiro out.